Hey there, thank you for watching. My name is Matt. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a short video. I am participating in a solo round robin that was started by Man Alone, and I think this is episode 11. Here comes my dog. Find a place to put your ass, Maddie. She likes to walk around on the hardwood floors and is annoying. Anywho, so I am going to be using a white box. I've got Stilton made up. I've got a quick little thing. I was starting with Gruith. I know he's a halfling thief, but that's about all we know about him. And I'm going to be using my oracle. I'll give you a quick overview of my oracle, and then we'll jump right into the game. So the way my oracle works, somebody called it the Freedom Oracle, so that's kind of what I stick with because it's red, white, and blue. So in army terms, because I was in the army, blue is always good, bad, or I'm sorry, good, yes, that kind of thing. Red is always bad or no. And if I'm going to do a straight 50-50, I'll roll this, and whichever die ends up higher is the answer to my question. So is it going to rain today? The answer would be no. And because the way the dice roll, and here comes Maddie again. Yep. Having an old dog who's senile and wanders around is great. Say I rolled this, and is it going to rain today? That I would interpret that the level of success and the difference between the dice, I interpret that. So in this case, if I rolled this, the answer would be no, it's not going to rain. And because this is pretty wide, because this is almost at the lowest that it could be, the way I interpret that is this is going to be a very warm day, nothing but sun, very few clouds. And then something else that I can do is this is my slider die, and it will weigh the way my oracle works. So say it's winter and I want to know if it's going to snow today, and yesterday it snowed, and the forecast when we looked at it said that it would probably likely snow. So the answer is it going to snow today? My slider die roll slides over here, which means either of these dice can be a yes, and you compare it to that one. So in this case, is it going to snow today? So 6 definitely beats a 2, but the 3 also does. So in this case, and because this is so much a yes, I would say it's going to snow all day, and it's going to snow very hard. All right, so with that, I'll get the timer started. We have 15 minutes to carry on our adventure. We'll get right into it. Our heroes had discovered a chamber, which I'm going to map out while I'm talking right here, which will probably not go very well because I tend to not make a lot of sense while I'm drawing stuff. But they discovered a chamber with a demon in it, and their way, there were lava pools because this cavern is not tectonically sound, and their way was blocked by spider webs. And so what they did is they went around it because they discovered a secret door. Hold on just a sec, getting ahead of myself. And the secret door went around the lava and spider trap, and that allowed them to quickly get to the other side. On the other side, they found the Gruith is the halfling that is with Stilton. They found Gruith's brother. His name was T something. I can't remember what his name was. Sorry. And also Malexia, who is the town herbalist. So they found them there, and I don't believe they ever saw the spider, but there's a bunch of spider webs, so we know in fantasy lore that means there is a spider there. And so I told you, I knew I should have drawn this beforehand because now I know I'm rambling. Am I waffling? Okay. And when they got to this other side, they were confronted by 3 guardians who told them that their offering was not worthy. And I'm assuming they meant Stilton, telling Stilton that Gruith was not a worthy sacrifice. All right, so let's try this again. I'm going to start my timer. I have 15 minutes to play. I have no idea where it's going. Hopefully Stilton comes out of this alive. I'm going to try to do it in one straight recording. So there will probably be, I can move my chair, there will probably be mistakes, errors, and dogs barking, walking by, and me yelling at them. Okay, so let's get going. All right, so our heroes are here, and they are confronted by these three guardians. Now, one thing we didn't know before was if the guardians were guarding the prisoners or the amber demon thing. I think that is more likely they're guarding the temple altar block of amber. So I'm going to take my slider die and move it to the yes side. In my Oracle language, that means this is more likely to happen than a no. So I try to ask very simple yes and no answers. In this case, the question is, are the guardians guarding the amber and demon? Whoa. And that is a no. Both these dice are the yes dice, and they were beaten by that. That means they're guarding the prisoners. So Stilton, not really sure what to do because obviously they're outgunned here. There's three guardians. He starts to walk toward Malexia, and as he does so, the guardians physically move between him and the prisoners. So he starts moving towards them, and they block his way. He stops, reassesses the situation, and then turns to Gruith and whispers, "I have an idea. Come with me." And he starts to move to the altar towards the block, this huge block of amber. And when I edit the video, I'm going to throw up this cool image I had AI make in Midjourney. Oh, there. I don't know. Hopefully that can pick it up. It's my dog walking around on my hardwood floors. Sorry about the noise, but nothing I can do about it. Maddie, find some place to lay down. All right. Yeah. This is what happens when I do a live stream with a recording. That has to happen. So Stilton moves to the altar, and while keeping an eye on the guardians, do the guardians do anything? And I'm going to do a straight, do they react to him moving to the altar? He's going to kind of move to the altar with like a attitude or a reverence, like he's going to go pray or kneel before this thing. So do the guardians react to him doing that? Okay, so that is barely a yes. So do they react negatively? If he's walking towards it with reverence, I think I'm going to make this. This is going to be a weighted no on the Oracle here. Let's see. All right. So this is definitely, sorry, it goes like that. That is a, do they react negatively to that? So what happened? The answer is no. So he moves forward, and when he gets right in front of it, he starts to kneel down. And as he does so, the guardians actually line up in front of the altar, and they make some hand gestures, like in the Catholic Church where the priest will walk up and make the cross on his chest. They do something akin to that, and almost as if they're taking part in some ceremony. And Stilton kneels before the altar, and Gruith, not really sure what to he just observes. And I'm going to see here. All three of the guardians sort of form not a shield, a rectangular shape. So we've got the altar here with our little demon inside. Stilton comes up and kneels, and the guardians kind of form this like formation around him. And these two kind of raise their arms up towards the amber. This one stands before Stilton and performs some sort of rite over him. And does Gruith move to the prisoners? I think Gruith would. So I'm going to weight this. Gruith. I'm going to weight this to a yes, because we have seen before that he doesn't have the ability to much self-control. And he does. Okay, so he moves towards the prisoners. Now, he's a thief, so he's going to try to do it stealthily. Does he make it to the prisoners without the guardians noticing? And I'm going to use my oracle. I use my oracle a lot, so I'm going to use my oracle here. This is, does he get to them without the guardians noticing? This is the no. And yes, so both my oracle dice beat the no. So Gruth gets to the prisoners. Are the prisoners drugged? Are they capable of moving on their... No, let's. Are they drugged? I'm going to see if Leonidas has drugged them. I'm assuming their mouth is gagged, their hands and feet are tied, like typical fantasy way. So this is, are they drugged? Yes. All right, so he gets to Malexia and his brother, and he realizes that they're drugged, and he takes his knife out and cuts their ropes, removes the gag on their mouth, and let's see. Is Gruith a team player? So the reason I'm asking that, I'm wondering if Gruith would grab his brother and try to make it out of there. So I kind of feel like that would, yeah. I think Gruith doesn't have self-control, and I think he's a little bit selfish. He's a thief. So I'm going to slide this way to see, does he grab his sister and make a beeline for the exit? Or brother, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, he does. So I like to do NPC reactions this way. I like to use the oracle. So Gruith grabs his brother, throws him over his shoulder, and just makes a beeline for the exit. So when they came through this secret tunnel, there was a door here that there was a lever, if I remember right, that they had to open. On this side, it was just open. So he heads down in here, dashes into that door. Do the guardians notice this? I'm going to weight this to a yes on the oracle because they're supposed to be guarding them. Oh, that's a tie. Oh. All right, so they notice, but that's the way my oracle kind of gave me an answer. They notice, but it's ambiguous. So I'm going to see, do they react to Gruith taking his brother out of there? No. All right, so what that's telling me is that Malexia is the actual... Remember when Stilton was confronted by the Guardians and they said his offering wasn't worthy? That means Malexia is the sacrifice. So Stilton gets into here... I'm sorry, Stilton is here. Gruith gets through the tunnel. Let's see. All right, I want to see if something happens here. Oh. All right, so when my oracle rolls doubles, in my previous seasons, somebody had brought up a really great idea that when it rolls doubles, that means something drastic happens, an escalation. And I was using this die. This is the threat die that Accidental DM, I believe, the previous video had used. So the way I'm going to use it, he had gotten it to 5. I'm going to roll this. If it rolls 6, it's sort of a minor. Oh, and there goes the barking. I'm going to pause just a moment. All right, the barking has subsided for the moment. The way I'm going to use it, if I roll this and it is a 6, then it's something minor. Because it's so high, if I roll 1 through 5, the closer I get to 1, the more dramatic of an event it is. And of course, I roll a 1. All right, so that means something very dramatic happens. And I am going to interpret that as right as, you know what? Something seriously drastic happens. So Gruith gets down to here, and he's got his brother with him. It's a little halfling there. And as he comes around the corner, Leonidas is standing right there. He sees what's going on. Does he have anybody with him? You know what? I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. But okay, he does. How significant of a force does he have? Not much. Okay, so I'm going to say he has 2 retainers with him. It's looking pretty bad for our heroes here. Gruith stops in his track and lets out a yelp. Stilton hears the yelp. Seeing what's happening, he realizes he's got a serious problem going on right here. Did I hit record? Shit. Oh, I did. Okay. Sorry. I wanted to make sure I hit record. He sees he's got a serious problem here. He's trapped with 3 guardians. He doesn't have Malexia. And now Gruith is down here with his brother. Yeah, his brother's unconscious. And Leonidas is down here with 2 of his little compadres, 2 retainers. Now, when I rolled the threat die, something serious really happens. And right then, the ground starts shaking. And an earthquake is happening. And as it does that, debris starts falling. And the ground is just really shaking. Stilton actually gets knocked to his down to his knees. Well, he kind of already was, but anyway, Gruith falls to his knees. Leonidas is struggling to stand. The Guardians, they sort of had like some sort of magical aura about them. They go to the amber block, and hold on, let's see. I'm going to see something really quick. Yes, okay. So a lot of times I use my oracle. Like I get some crazy asinine idea, and I roll my oracle to see if what happens. To see if that idea is worthy of moving forward. So the 3 guardians actually go to the block, and they stand before it, face it, and spread their arms out. So their arms are almost touching. And like a shimmer kind of forms around this amber block, almost like a Star Trek shield, like this, or the Dune, the shield, wrist shields that they turn on. This shimmering wall of energy surrounds the amber block. Stilton's going to use this opportunity. He runs over to Malexia and grabs her. Let's see. I'm just going to roll. I'm going to roll a 1d6. On a 1 and 6, he is hit by something. Okay, so he makes it over there. I'm going to see if Gruith is hit. Gruith is not hit. Leonidas, same thing, is not hit. You know what? Let's roll for each one of his little dudes, too. Nope. And nope. All right. So Stilton grabs Malexia and let's see. He grabs Malexia and he starts to move this way. Let's see. No, I'm just going to make a ruling here. The Guardians do not move at all to stop him. So he is going to run down here, come through the passage, and end up next to Gruith here. And as this is happening, the ground is shaking, everything is shaking, things are falling, and Leonidas is like, "Stop! You can't take her. You can't interfere with my plans." And right then, Stilton is going to pick up one of these rocks that have fallen, and he is going to throw it into the spider webs. And as he does that, the spider comes down from the spider web and is now a threat. All right, so we will stop right there, and hopefully, I got about 8 seconds, but hopefully I didn't screw the next person. Good luck with that. So just to recap real quick. Yep, thank you. How do you stop it? Okay. Damn iPad. So just to recap, Leonidas is down here with 2 of his retainers. Stilton has Malexia. Gruith has his brother. The Guardians are preoccupied saving their amber block. And now a spider is down behind Stilton. And just for the next guy, what Stilton was thinking was he might be able to create a diversion with this spider that he might be able to use to his advantage to help him and Gruith escape the cavern. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And once again, thank you to Man Alone for putting this together. I've had a great time watching it and now playing it. And this was sort of the catalyst. If you've been watching my channel, last year I played a bunch in the space of about 2 to 3 months, and then I haven't done anything. So this was the catalyst that got me back into doing some solo role playing. So thank you to Man Alone. Hope everybody enjoyed this, and keep the videos coming.